Hello, this week I'm taking a closer look at SHEL after shares moved sharply higher on Tuesday. SHEL is reportedly reconsidering £25 billion worth of investments in UK energy following last week's windfall tax hike announcement in the autumn statement. Oil giants like Shell and BP have performed extremely well this year on the back of the war in Ukraine, which sent commodity prices soaring and oil profits skyrocketing. Shell has enjoyed a share price increase of around 45% over the last year as well, allowing the company to return cash to shareholders through a dividend and a share buyback program. However, the outlook is unclear for oil prices, and this bumper period may not endure. Although Shell can afford the increased windfall tax for now, oil prices could come down between now and 2028 when the end of the tax windfall is set to be extended until. Recall back in 2020, oil demand collapsed at the start of the pandemic and prices plunged, putting stress on energy businesses. If another demand shock occurs, Shell's profits may fall with it, which could be the reason why it may not want to be tied to billions of pounds of long-term investment projects. At the moment, however, Shell is paying no windfall tax at all. It claims it made large investments in the UK, which meant that it made no profit here to pay tax on. Meanwhile, oil prices rose this week, also helping to lift BP and Shell to the top of the FTSE 100 on Tuesday, after Saudi Arabia denied a report that OPEC Plus is considering an output hike at its next meeting, which sent oil prices lower on Monday. Let's take a look at the chart of Shell because shares plunged at the start of the pandemic as lockdowns and restrictions, as well as recessions around the world, prompted a huge slump in demand for oil. However, since late 2020 and the beginning of the vaccine rollout, shares have rallied more than 170%, approaching pre-COVID highs. There's been a clear ascending trend line with higher highs and higher lows. And although shares have pulled back slightly off the highs, the uptrend remains intact, with the potential for higher highs. The next major resistance level is around £25.55, that's the recent peak, with a break above potentially paving the way for fresh highs. So what do the analysts think of Shell? Well, there's a positive assessment on the stock from the analyst community, with 21 buys, 3 holds and 0 sell recommendations. The average price target is £31.07, up by about 32% from the current share price. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll be back here at the same time next week with another stock to watch.